It's been a roller coaster ride of temperatures in Toronto, but now that the weather is getting more mild and the snow is starting to melt, you're going to see a lot more of those. I'm Brandon Rowe along Shooter Street, where it's not just motorists but cyclists who have to deal with rough roads. And if you thought it was tough going over a pothole with a car, imagine doing it on a bike without a windshield or shocks.
Puddles are really bad for cyclists. Potentially there's glass and other debris that's in the puddle. Also, we don't know how deep it is usually, so sometimes you can actually have a ragged edge on the pothole, so that can deflate your tire rapidly and you can wipe off just from that.
The city typically fixes about 190,000 potholes a year, but when the polar vortex winter of 2014 hit the city, more than 350,000 potholes had to be repaired. It costs the city approximately $4 to $5 million each year to fix potholes in Toronto. The city says it's now all hands on deck to make sure your rims are safe on the roads.
Yeah, we continue to monitor our roads 24/7. Once they become aware that there's something, they will assign crews to make the repairs. You know, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, we'll probably have an upwards of 20 to 25 crews out across the city repairing potholes. We spend between $4 and $5 million a year.
Joey from the Toronto Bicycle Network says the city should also look at the roads through a cyclist's eyes. He says potholes that may not be a big deal to drivers can still trip up a cyclist, especially if it's right in their lane. So what to do as a cyclist coming face to face with a hole in the road? Joey says to brace yourself or you might get injured.
Be very much vigilant. Make sure that you are gripping both hands on the handlebar, and when you see a potential hazard on the road, such as a pothole or a puddle, make sure that you get off the bike a bit, off the seat, and that you're balanced just slightly back on the bike so that you don't fall over if you do hit something.
Potholes aren't the only hazards out there. Potholes aren't the only hazards out there for cyclists. Joey says city-painted bike lanes, including the one at College Street, are still full of snow. As you're making your way around the city, whether you're on two wheels or four, the city is asking you to keep an eye out. If you see a pothole, take your time, go over it safely, and call 311 if you see it. They'll add it to the list of potholes that need to be fixed.